Art Goddess, and I'm here to do the Top 5 Wednesday. And today's topic is your top 5 favorite last lines. And I don't know if these are 100% my top 5 favorites, but it's the books that I thought of immediately when I was went downstairs looking through my books. I automatically gravitated toward these. There's a couple more, but then they're kind of like spoilers, so I didn't want to grab them. If you haven't read these books, mute me so you don't get spoiled if you want to know anything, or even take the chance of being spoiled. So just make sure you mute me when you see the book. Also, I have a video that we filmed last week about top 5 books without dust jackets. I had a hard time uploading it. It didn't go. It kept failing on me. So I'm going to try to upload it with this video. So you'll have last week's and this week's, because last week's Jade and I did it together. And this week she couldn't really narrow down 5 books that gave her like chills and stuff when she read the last line. Now, these books all give me different feelings, but quite a few of these last lines give me chills. I love these last lines. They mean a lot to me because I've read the story. I know how deep the story goes. So with that being said, I'm going to show you my first 2, and these 2 I read during the Read Your Bookathon, which I had a great time doing, and loved these 2 books. And this one was actually the last one I finished for the readathon, and that is Shadow and Bone by Lee Bardugo. So if you haven't read it, you may want to mute this, maybe not. It's not really, it can be considered spoilery, so you probably do want to mute it. And this is kind of like the epilogue part of the book. They are orphans again, with no true home but each other, and whatever life they can make together on the other side of the sea. This book just makes you want to go and grab the next book so bad, and I am excited to see it. And this book was a thrill ride all the way through, and the last line just means so much to me with this book. So loved it. Okay. The next one is The Darkest Mind, which I also read for the readathon. This is by Alexandra Bracken, and guys, really, this is amazing. And I love this book, and I can't wait to read the next one. This one it's spoilery in the fact that it's the last line of the book, but if you haven't read the book, you probably won't even understand it. But once you read the book, you kind of know what it means, and it definitely means a lot. I loved this last line. For the first time in months, I heard Sam's voice whisper in my ear, "Don't be scared. Don't let them see." I turned from the window and I didn't look back. And if you know why these things are happening, it's like, oh my gosh, it was just very meaningful last lines. Just awesome. Okay, this one actually sends chills down my spine, and this one is spoilery, so make sure you mute this if you had not read this book, because this one is definitely a spoilery last line. And this is Splintered by A.G. Howard, and I'm going to read a couple of lines so it makes sense, but it just sends chills every time I read it. Okay, it starts here. He flashes his dimples. Guess it's time for us to make some dreams come true, Skater Girl. Little does he know we already have. We went to Wonderland and back, after all. I smile and give him a kiss he'll never forget, to replace all the ones he'll never remember. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's just, and I get chills just reading that and thinking about the story. This is a fantastic book. The way she ended it, whether she wrote another one or not, I don't think it would matter. But I'm so glad she did decide to write more. Okay, this 4th book, my 4th one, is a book that I absolutely loved. Loved the whole series from beginning to end. The last line encompasses the series so well. It means a lot to me. I know other people love this series, and I believe Ginger put on her top 5 this one too. And it lets you know that everything's going to be okay, I guess is what it is. I loved it. Hi, he says, I'm Daniel. Hi, I reply, I'm June. If you guys haven't read it or haven't finished it, hurry up. It's amazing, and I loved it. This book series is just all the feels, as they say, just all of them. Anyways, and last but not least, this is probably my favorite last line. I have to say, when I read this, I reread this last line 12 times. I had to, because I kept rereading it going, what? And the next book isn't out until January, so it's killing me. But I love this last line, and it's definitely spoilery. So if you haven't read this, mute, because it's definitely spoiler. Plus, it's kind of graphic. And it's called Endless Night by Kresley Cole, and it's from the Arcana Chronicles, The Poison Princess. These characters I am in love with. I love every single character. I love the book. I love the writing. Everything about it is just amazing. Oh my gosh. If you guys haven't checked this story out, I think you should. And I think this book is so underrated. But anyways, let me get to this. Okay. As death led me to his bed, to the promise of pleasure, I felt the rising heat of desire and of battle. This was fantastic. A little more mature, so just as a warning, but fantastic writing, fantastic book, fantastic original story. Can't say enough about it. Anyways, that is my top 5. What is your top 5? I am really interested to see. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.